All right, Zeeshan, welcome to the Not So Stupid podcast, brother.
Long time listener. I'm glad to be here. How you doing?
Uh, I'm doing good, man. I'm excited to have you on, especially from a long time listener. It's kind of like a cool experience, I'm sure.
I recommend you to everybody. So it's like, hey, listen to this. Like,
Yeah,
follow this. Like, I religiously listen to your podcast. Like every week it comes out. So like, twice a week. I'm like, all right, kind of listen to it. Like me and my wife found over it. Like, just listen to this podcast. Like, he had a really good message in there. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good reminder about like all the time. So I've been enjoying it. So
man.
glad to be here. Feels special.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. I didn't even know you did that. That's nice, man. I appreciate that you love it that much that you're sharing it with people. Excuse me. But for people that don't know, me and Zishan worked together. He was a long time client of mine, for about 6, 7 months, I believe. And, we're going to share his story right now on the show. So, Zishan, if you don't mind taking it from here, tell people a little bit about yourself before you got started with the coaching program. What was life for you like at that point?
So at that point, I mean, I kind of started like I've been trying to lose weight for 9 years, and I've been, like everybody, like 9 years is just because I have my fitness pal history, or longer than that, probably my whole life. But like 9 years, like consciously doing it, and in those 9 years, I've had successes and I've had failures. But when I came to you, I was kind of stuck around like 215, which at that point was closest to my low. Like my low was 204. I was right around 215 is like a 10, 15 pound fluctuation that was happening throughout the year, and I just couldn't beat it. And I remember one day where I was just hungry and I was really tired, and I was like, I'm tired of working this hard and being this tired all the time and not seeing results. And I'm like, I have no idea what to do. Um, it's something that's time for me to change it up. I mean, that was more of this. Like, I need help. And I remember you followed me on Instagram like a year ago, and I just like, you had your contact there. For some reason, your name always was kind of in my head, and it was always popping up. Like, wait, I need to find. So I had to kind of like go and find you. Like, there's somebody in there that's like, has a similar background that isn't losing the weight that I like. What I want to do, because we have people that like want to gain muscle and stuff like that. I'm like, I need to find you. And I kind of just started reading your content at that point, and kind of seeing like what you do, what you talk about. It was very similar to the idea I had about losing weight, which was I never went on a diet per se or follow I never did keto, I never did Whole30. I'm against all that because I like food, I like enjoying it. Like food brings you happiness, like because you spend that time with your family and your friends. That's like kind of where you spend the most time. And it was just more of like, what do I do? Like, I need to figure out the long-term solution behind this. I need to find out what to eat because I'm not supposed to be this hungry. Like, that was it. Like, I'm just tired of being hungry, and not seeing results, and tired of eating the same thing every day and still not seeing results. So that's kind of where I was. And I was like, I just need to go change up what I've been doing.
Hmm.
That's kind of where I was like, I need to go and talk to you. So that's when I kind of started following some of your programs and I messaged you.
Man, nice. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like when I first looked at your page, after we reached out and we started working together, you're a foodie, bro. You love to cook. You got like a little Instagram food culture going on, bro. I can't imagine how hard it was kind of trying to find that balance for you.
Mm-hmm. It was like for me, it became that I ended up cooking healthier things, and it was I never like in the beginning, like probably like when I really got into food, it was more of that heavy stuff, right? Like you want
Hmm.
cheese on everything, you want butter, and like you just want like that heavy, very big burgers, and then it became into like I'm like, yeah, I enjoy that, but I also enjoy a nice salad, and like that was the time that I started getting to more like healthier cooking, and then me knowing how to cook meant I knew how to eat properly, but at the same
Hmm.
time, I'm like, I'm eating properly. And I did that with quotations for anybody that's listening.
Right.
Um, but I didn't know what that meant. Like, I was just like, I'm still hungry. Like, I ate a salad and I ate some
Hmm.
chicken. I'm still hungry and I'm still tired. Like, I'm not eating bread. And then, so it was like, I like, and then it was more like, I can't do this all the time. I can't cook like random stuff that I want to cook because I don't know what I can put in my body.
Hmm.
So it became that kind of struggle. But I enjoy food and I enjoy I want to make it a part of my life, where I can enjoy it. And I can make healthy food that's very very delicious. And when I say healthy, it's just like nutritionally sound, right? Like I want to make nutritional food that's very delicious and I don't mind eating it all the time, and I can still consider it look extravagant, but it'll still be good for your body. And that's kind of like where I was starting to get into. and I just didn't know what any of that meant because I didn't understand food and the body relationship. It was just like eat some food and you might lose some weight. Like eat some low calories. Didn't know how many calories to eat.
Hmm.
So I think when we talked, I was eating like 1500, 1800, like 10 grams of protein, 100 grams
Yeah.
of like 300 grams of carbs, and just everywhere. That's just I'm like I was just confused.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. It's weird. I think that's like something a lot of people struggle with is that I'm eating healthy, I'm doing these things I'm supposed to be doing, but like nothing's giving, nothing's giving. What was it for you that, after starting the program and going through it for, a couple months, what was that big breakthrough moment you think for you where it all kind of clicked together? Because you had a lot of the right ideas, but it just wasn't meshing. So what was that time for you?
I honestly like there's a big moment later on in the results, but like when I started the program with you, I was kind of just like I'm not the expert. I don't know what I'm
Mm,
doing. I'm just gonna like listen to you, like trust like wholly like what you're doing, what you're telling me to do. I think the biggest like one of the biggest thing was it's like, hey, we're gonna up your calories that you're eating per day, and this is how much protein you're gonna eat. And it was like so simple. I was like, oh, all I need to do is eat 165 grams of protein and 2100 calories. I'm like, I've been tracking on my fitness pal for the last 10 years. Like, oh, I can
mhm,
do this. And just realized, and then like looking back at what I was eating, and like it was like, okay, I can eat more food now. Like, doesn't make sense to me. So like, and mentally, I was like, okay, this is hard to switch over to. And then like when I just started eating and I started like following your workout program, I think a month later, I was like, I feel good. Like I'm energetic all the time. Like I'm not tired. I'm not lethargic. And then like I was dropping weight, which you said was shocking because I was like, oh, cool, whatever.
yeah,
Like, but I'm still dropping weight, right? Like I still, but I feel good. Like I felt energetic, and like that was the best thing. I was like, I'm not tired anymore. I don't need. I still drink like 5 cups of coffee on fun days, but like I'm like I don't need it. I just drink it because I'm enjoying it. Like I can get up and do stuff, and I'm just not lethargic. And like I was like, oh my god, this is what I've been missing.
mhm,
So I think that was like one of the, like it was just early on.
mhm.
There's a couple other too that I can get into.
Yeah, hey man, share those while you're on a roll right now. I would love to hear those.
Okay. One was I think it was like December, and December is always like a busy month. There's always like
Mhm,
a lot of there was that many party like holidays this year because there's still everything going on. But historically, like December is like it's winter. You don't want to go outside. You don't want to go to the gym. Um, and all of December, I was going to the gym. I was like wrapping. I was cold. I was wrapping up. I was putting on like two coats, my boots, walking over to the gym, working out. And every week I would weigh in at 201, like average out 201. And I was like every single week. And I think by the fourth week, I even was telling you, I was like, I am so mad. Like I am so mad that the weight is just 201. Like it's just been stuck there all week. Like I've hit my calories, I've hit my proteins, I've worked out, I've done every single workout, I haven't even missed any. Like I've been going up, I do my 8,000 steps in the freaking cold, and I've been doing my cardio, and then it was just like not working. And then I was like, whatever. I did my measurements, and I was just like, I didn't even like. I just sent you my measurements. I was like, I don't even care. Like, I'm pissed. And then you sent me a picture back. You're like, you lost 5 inches off your body. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like the thing was like it was like 199, 199. It's like I lost like 2 inches off my chest, and like I was just like 2 inches off my belly, like my abs, abdominal, and I was just like, wow. Like I was like, holy crap. Like I I worked so hard. I was frustrated, but just like being able to see like that measurement side, because I was always just going based off the scale, and like I was dropping weight consistently. And I was like, okay,
mhm,
now it doesn't matter about the scale as much. Like it's about the measurements, like what that's showing, because that will give you a better idea. And I was just like, oh wow, like, I worked really hard. I was frustrated, but um, that didn't matter. Like this month, for example, like
mhm.
I take that back. I take that lesson back. It's Ramadan. Like I'm eating randomly. I'm trying to hit my goals. I'm trying to hit my protein, but it's still hard because you're eating one meal a day and you have family and friends.
Right.
I feel a little bit different. Like the scale showing me like that I'm 6 pounds heavier because I'm still like tracking every day.
Mhm,
I think I gained probably like 6 pounds from my lowest in the beginning of the month. But I did my measurements on Sunday and I did my pictures. And yeah, I have an inch on my belly, but that could just be because I'm bloated from all the water I'm drinking.
right.
But like nothing changed. I'm pretty much consistent, right? Like mentally I'm freaking out, but
Mhm,
being able to look at the measurements, but I'm not freaking out as much because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go do my measurements on the 30th of the first, and let's see
right.
where I'm at. Because now I know I can just go back to what I was doing before and continue on. So it's not as stressful anymore. That's the biggest thing, that I'm not as stressed about eating. I'm more of I can enjoy eating food again. I can enjoy going out, and I can enjoy hanging out with my friends and my family, and I can eat a pizza and I can eat chicken wings, and I can do those things and not have to go back the next day and be like, what did I do? Like, and like go look at the scale and be like, oh look, it's 5 pounds heavier. I messed up. Like that stress is gone. Like
Hmm.
that anxiousness is gone, and it's just like a comfort. It's just comfortable now. Like I
Yeah.
know I have the tools to like continue on and adjust day by day or week by week or whatever it needs to be. And that's
Mm.
like that's been the biggest lesson. It's like, yeah, I just don't freak out as much anymore, and I can
Yeah.
enjoy
It's
that.
very,
You
it's like
know?
liberating. That's freeing, right? And
Yeah.
now you're not
Yes.
tied down to that.
Yeah. That's I see that struggle with a lot of people, and I've been there. Like I was 280 pounds. Like it's like and I understand where they're coming from, and it's like it's so hard because it's not easy to drop weight,
Mm-mm.
and it's not easy to go through the mental struggle of it all. Like I understand where people are coming from, so it's like, and I can't tell them to go to this program, but it's like I can't tell them, like, oh no, it's all, you do this, do that, do this, do that, but it's like I understand where they're coming from, and it's like, damn, like I was there too, and it's hard. Like people kind of get to it at their own pace, but it's like I was there too, and it's like
Mhm.
it's very tough. So I'm glad to not have that anxious anymore, but it took a lot of time. It took a long time
Yeah.
to get out of it.
Like you said, you've been at it 9 years, at least 9 years of logging total, right? And who knows how long before
Yeah.
that, but now you've gotten
Yeah.
to that point. I do remember that conversation we had about during that weigh-in that you talked about with the 201 pounds, because I was sitting on my porch
Yeah.
and we were like exchanging voice notes with each other
Yeah.
through iMessage. And I was like, bro, this is amazing. I love this. This is so awesome. And then you told me how, frustrated you were feeling and how much better you feel. And then I think like the next week or 2 weeks later, you dropped 4 pounds. Like it kind of
Yeah.
just fell off of you.
Yeah,
So
that
that
was
kind of worked out pretty funny.
I was like, what the hell? It's like this is all that's happened in one day. But yeah, it was good to see it. It's crazy how like all this works and it takes so long. But it doesn't take that long at the end of the day either. It's just a short period of my life, honestly. Like
Right.
6 months that I worked with you, I had so much change, that will carry on for the rest of my life. Like it's realistically, it's a short period in the
Hmm.
grand scheme of things, right? So that's like it carries on for so long afterwards that it's even better.
Yeah. I like that you said it like that because it is, 6 months compared to, we're both around 20, 27 years old. That's such
Yeah.
a small amount of our lives. But
Yeah.
now it's something for the next 27-ish years we're going to carry on with us for forever, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's like while you're in it, it seems so much longer than it actually is. And that's when people get more discouraged.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, I mean, that's the thing. It's like I remember, I lost like 50 pounds or
Mhm.
50 or 40 or 50 pounds, and probably took me like 6 7 months or a year, and I gained it back in like 5 months, and I was just
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, like it was just like, and I didn't do it. I was just doing cardio. Like literally, I didn't have any muscle on me. Like it was just
Hmm.
like I was eating veggies, and like it wasn't like the proper way to do it to lose weight at all. And I was just like, I just I didn't stick to my plan for 5 months, and I just turned around something. Or it could be the opposite. Maybe it was the opposite way around. It was like in 5 months, I made it. You could say that also in 5 months, I made a big difference in my life, right?
Mm.
Like it could go either way. So you can get frustrated depending on how you want to look at it. But it's like in 5 months, I made a huge difference in my life that I can carry on for the rest of my life. Like in the grand scheme of things, these are all really short moments, and they come and go. Like I mean, that time period was different than it is now. I have different priorities than I did then, and
Hmm.
it fluctuates. But it's like coming back to it. It's like you 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 might need to concentrate on this for 6 months, but it gives you a year or two of the benefits, and so it's kind of like I just need to make sure I'm focused in on the right things so I can do it for the long term.
Yeah, no, I love it. I was always very proud of your headspace when it came to these kind of things because you had a very good growth mindset and perspective approaching all of these. And, leading into the next question, we've kind of alluded a little bit over how well you've done over the 6 month period, but what were, if you want to share with the listeners, your specific results over this 6 month time frame that we were working together, both
I think
numerically and like maybe the intangibles too.
I think for me, one thing, I think I lost like 25 pounds. I think that was it.
Hmm.
Probably 4 inches off my chest. I went from 44 to I think I'm at 38 right now on my chest. Abdominal, same things like 42 to 38. Those are some of the numbers, right? I think one of the biggest goals I had was I wanted to get under 199. Like I wanted to get
Hmm.
under 200. I haven't been under 200 since eighth grade. Like
Wow.
that I can't remember that. Like I was 204 in eighth grade. I had that memory, and like so I was like, this is like I remember talking to you like I did not believe it. You were like, we can hit 199. I'm like, I don't believe you. Like I've never seen that. I've never seen that number. Like I've been trying for years. I think that was the biggest thing. I was like, okay, I can break through to 200. Like I can break through it and be good. Like I was like that way. It took so much work to get through it, but
Hmm.
that was like it was a proud moment. I'm like, and I think at the end of it, like I realized that it's just like I had the grit to do it. Like I worked hard enough to. Sometimes I feel like I don't put enough effort into things, and this was one of those moments where I'm like, okay, I put in the effort. I got the results. Like I can probably I can do anything. Like just got to put in the work, put in the right structure, and you can figure out how to get things done. So it's like that. A lot of the those other things, right? So the numbers, but it's like the work ethic and the planning out and organizing and I think the way you kind of teach and the way I think we both kind of have that where like growth mindset where we want to learn how to better ourselves and learn how we can do things better day by day. But this is a program that you can see results and you can see where your actions give you results and your inactions give you the negative results. So it was like just learning how that all plays out and making sure you're coming at it from in the right space. Also learning that I need to walk more because I was doing like 4,000, like 2,000 steps.
Yeah.
Like that. And like, okay, yeah, you do, especially the way I work. I work from home. I work for a corporate
Hmm.
company on my desk for 8 hours a day. If I looked at my steps, I have 1,300 steps for the day. And I've been
Hmm.
awake since 7 in the morning. It's 5. It's like 6 o'clock right now. So
Hmm.
just learning like, hey, just go out for a walk, like enjoy nature. I think I did the program through you with winter. So it was like like beginning of the fall and then in the winter. But like being able to like, hey, I can go outside in the cold and still go for a walk. Like it's great. Like it's relaxing. And I have to force myself to do it on the weekends. It's great. Like wake up in the afternoon and just go for an hour walk, listen to podcasts, listen to a book, and it's just like some of those things that I've added to my life that I enjoy, that I've always enjoyed before, but I felt like I had no reason to do it, and
Hmm.
now I do. And now it's like, hey, I want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Just go for a walk and grab some, just grab some coffee, grab some groceries. Like I go with my wife we go every day. It's like, okay, let's just go for a walk. We'll grab something, and that's the
Hmm.
kind of thing we try to do every day for both of us, and it's nice. And
Hmm.
so that's definitely been one really random thing that I never thought about that like should be that I've had to my like a daily habit that I have now.
Yeah, that's actually so amazing because it has so many more values than just the step count, right, or the calorie burning. It's
Yeah,
gives you so many better
yeah,
experiences.
but yeah, exactly.
I remember like scrolling through your story in the winter too. There were some rough winters, and for reference, Zeeshan was living in downtown Chicago at the time. He had to walk everywhere, and man, he was out there in his coat, had a scarf on. He was getting those steps in the snow. He made it happen. I was like, damn, bro, way to get it. Always commended you on
Yes,
that.
thank you, man.
Yeah, man, of course. Now,
Cool.
like rounding things off a little bit, I got a couple more questions for you as we go through this.
Yeah.
Who would you recommend this coaching program to? So you've obviously gained a lot from it. What kind of person do you think would also benefit a lot from this?
I think it's the same person that kind of coming from the same background where they're following programs and they're trying to follow kind of what's out there, like calories. Like there's a definite like calories in, calories out. They're trying to follow that, but maybe not necessarily understanding how that actually works or what that needs to be specific to. I think those people will really like um, benefit from it. It's just it becomes a lesson in how what nutrition you need in your body to kind of have a sustainable, because it's just not as simple as calories in, calories out. Anybody can do it, but you need the right sustenance to feel good. Like I can eat 1,500 calories, but if I don't eat protein, I will be really, really hungry.
Hmm.
But I can also do that by eating protein. I will be satisfied, right? I might have a little bit of hunger just because I might be on a deficit, but also figuring out how much you're supposed to be eating. I think just like learning that day-to-day habit and how you can build it in for the long term. And I think a person that you're willing to kind of go out of your comfort zone and kind of trust in somebody else to guide you to the next step, right? If you're kind of like hesitant and you think you know it all, and it might not work out because you'll be kind of
Hmm.
battling somebody's advice, and it's kind of taking it in. And it's the thing is you're not stuck to it, right? You're not working with you. I think the best thing is like, hey, this isn't working for me. What can I do? So you have to be willing to be flexible, right? Like learn to like kind of adjust and do things as needed. But if you're like looking for something that's gonna be very, very quick and very, very fast, this isn't it. This is more of it's slower, but it's long term, right? It's slower, but it's efficient. You're not going to drop weight fast, but you're going to change your body, and you're going to change your habits and change your life. So if you're into taking that next step, I think it's definitely like you have to be ready to be able to take that step and put in that effort and be there, that mentally like this will be better for me in the long term. This isn't for an event. This is for my life. Like that type of situation.
Man, I love that. That was very well said. But now, obviously, I think there's a lot of people that might resonate with that, but they might still be a little hesitant to like actually follow through with that. What would you say to those people that are on the fence about actually committing? It sounds good, but I don't know if I should actually do it.
For me, it was a bit. For me, the big thing was like, how long have I been doing this for, and how much time and money have I wasted not finding the results that I want? That's like the big thing. I mean, I pay for a gym membership. I try to buy protein powder. I try to buy healthy foods, and it's like that's not the thing at the end of the day. It's like how much time and money and stress have you wasted not getting the results you want? And like really ask yourself, like, are you dead? You know, like, do you want to continue down that path? This is an insanity rule, like doing the same thing over and over again. It's the rule of insanity. That's what it felt like at a point. Like, are you tired of that? And do you want to take the next step to like figure out what you can do to make it better? Are you're willing to pay somebody to mow your lawn? Like, can you pay somebody to make it? Like, that's arbitrary. Like, who cares? Like, but can you pay? Can you accept somebody's help to make your life better, or your daily life better in the long term? Like, that's what I was saying. This you have to take that next step and be uncomfortable. Just go do it.
I love that. I love that. That's always like because I think for a lot of people, like you said, they don't look at it as time spent and all of this and all the frustration that you've had and all of that being gone. They just look at kind of like the financial investment and they're like, I don't know, But I like that you put it in that perspective.
It's like, again, the biggest thing is like I could continue to spend the money on other things and the time and apps and trackers and all that, but at the end of the day, it's short term. It's not really going to give me that long term value. We all paid for an education. We all paid to learn how to do something or paid for an experience. It's the same thing. You'll gain something from it. It's going to be a long term thing that you're going to accomplish. Like, this is better than a degree. Shit.
Yeah.
To pay doctors. This is. I don't think doctors have told me as much on how to do it than to tell me to just go lose weight.
That's facts. All right, man. Well, very proud of like the person you've become and the transformation you've made. Got one more question for you to answer to the listeners. And Not So Stupid podcast. You've listened to it. You know the question. It's what's one simple thing that you do in your day-to-day life that made a huge impact that you think everyone else can also do? All right. So on the spot now.
Get a water bottle.
Get a water bottle.
Get a big water bottle. Just fill it up. Don't be lazy. Just fill it up. Just fill it up and drink it, and then you'll get thirsty again, and you're gonna go drink it again. But that's you're gonna get your water in. You're gonna feel there's a difference between feeling dehydrated and hydrated. It's a different game when you feel hydrated constantly. It's a different energy level. If you're hungry, you're tired, and you haven't drinking your water yet, go drink some water. Go get some water bottle. I think I should have known you were gonna do this. But yeah, that would be my advice. That's quick advice. Go for a walk.
I like that one. I like that one a lot because that was like a struggle for you early on, was getting that water in and change the game for real.
Sneaking my water in. But it makes a difference all day. Like we're all fasting right now. I'm thirsty, but I'm waiting. I'm like, we take waters to like just out in the car now because I know when you go to people's houses for a start, you're not getting enough water. Like we just need enough water. Just put it in the car so you can come out and just drink a bunch at the end of the day.
Man, I love that hack because I'm doing the same exact thing. You gotta have it ready. You gotta have it on deck.
You gotta have it ready. They'll give you little cups.
Yeah, it's not gonna cut it.
No, it's Thursday the next day. That's what I'm in right now.
All right, man. All right, Zeeshan. Well, thank you so much, man, again for being on the show. Appreciate it and appreciate your time sharing your experience. And again, super proud of the person you become, the mindset you have, and how you've been continuing to succeed even after the program with everything. So very happy for you and proud of who you are.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. It's all because of you. You've taught me a lot in the last 6 months, and I hope to carry on into the future. So if you're listening to this, subscribe to this podcast, and schedule a session with Jumha. Like, it will change your life.
I appreciate that, man. That was unsolicited. I just want to say I didn't plan for that, but I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. Thank you, guys, and see you guys on the next episode.